Okay. What are you doing, bub? Go to bed. You're too young. As soon as I'm done with this, very soon. We're live, pal. Sai, say something clever.
Something clever.
Stop doing that.
it's
I gotta find
dad's.
the
It's
video.
dad's anime stash. Isn't that the right thing to do?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Dad's.
All
Hmm.
right. Hey,
I shouldn't have
kiddos.
went to that Korean barbecue place.
You got the same diarrhea as Mark.
Yeah, I got that $2 Korean barbecue. It was good though.
It's worth it.
I mean, yeah, for
I
two
had the I
dollars.
had, had the worst $18 burger ever today. Anyway, hey kiddos, it looks like you found your dad's anime stash, and it's gonna be a good one. You got how am I pointing here? You got Sai over here.
There's only two places.
You got me right here.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, see, it's mirrored. You don't think about the fact that it's mirrored. We will be joined by some other guests at some point, but we wanted to just start without them. That way, we could really, since we're the biggest Lupin fans here, we could really dive into it without them bad mouthing the show.
yeah.
Uh, so I do just want to say the animation is ass. The theme song is horrible. The plots are nonsensical, but Lupin is still great.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't hate the theme song.
Would you did you listen to the theme song that was
I
like,
listened to the new one. It's like Lupin, Lupin,
but the other one is
Lupin,
yeah,
Lupin.
yeah, it just says Lupin over and over again.
There's some other words mixed in there. It's like Sansei, which is three, but it's fine.
I
It's not great. It's not winning soundtrack of the year.
So the original, let's talk about the soundtrack in general, dude. You got the theme, you got the opening, you got the ending, and then you
I
got
didn't
that
listen
one
to the.
song where it says Lupin, he's a nice man, but he gets angry sometimes.
I never heard
What?
that.
You didn't hear that? They just play it in some episodes, and it's ridiculous. Like no one's singing these songs; they're just saying Lupin over and over again.
Oh yeah, it's hip hop. It's a rap.
It's not.
it's
I guess.
it's
I
fine.
guess if you want to get super loose on
I mean,
that.
the plots are usually pretty decent.
Okay, what about the one where they were trying to steal Napoleon's magic deck of cards?
Well, that was magic.
Yeah.
Magic Lupin and real Lupin is two different things. Because a lot of times you're like, oh, so magic is real in this world,
Is
and
it?
then other
Yeah.
and then other times you're like, oh, it's just science, or it's just future science, and then nope.
Yep.
Well, so Athgeek is here.
I thought you
Yeah.
were in.
A lot of things happen.
He's
I
having
thought you
dog
were.
trouble.
Bruh, I have my alarm set at 9 o'clock. So I can bake here on time. So I had an alarm go off. I go in there to go tell my wife, hey, I'm about to go upstairs real quick. Blah blah. I step in something, bruh. One dog done shit it all over the room. I turned around. I was like, God, I'm going out there to get the cleaning supplies. So I'm going in the kitchen. Next thing you know, the other dog starts shitting all over the living room. So I got it in the living room. I got it in the bedroom. And I'm like, what's going on right now? I don't know what y'all done ate, but so yeah. So I was just in
they
there cleaning.
they
And I
got
was
some of
mad.
they got some of the Korean barbecue sauce too.
That must be that Korean barbecue.
Yeah. So
Oh man, I didn't even know. I'm on a phone, so the screen's real tiny. I didn't notice that was your kid. I thought you were just holding up a hat.
I thought he
Nah,
was too.
nah. So, because
I assume that's your kid.
yeah, yeah. My wife's still trying to clean up the last stuff to check on the dog. So I was like, all right, well, he's coming upstairs with me, so we're gonna see.
Oh,
Halo
that's cool.
Caleb Martin.
Relax. We don't respect Caleb Martin out here.
Did he watch Lupin?
He did not.
Should've.
Did you?
I did.
Did you watch all 23
I
episodes?
did not watch all 23 episodes. I did not make it through all 23. I'm sorry.
How far did you get?
I got to episode 10 or 11, and I stopped. I
You
made
did
it to
better
the
than
double
Mark.
digits. I got to
You
double
did better
digits.
than Mark. You did better than Mark, probably.
Yeah, I got
Probably.
double digits, and I was like, I'm pushing myself a lot.
I know
would've
it must have been really hard for you because this anime came out 50 years ago. And
Yeah.
you're like, man,
Nah, if y'all
what
would
is
actually,
50?
if y'all would show, because one of my homies, he showed me the upgrade, like the later Lupins and everything, and I was like, this actually looks good, and this actually sounds decent. Like this looks and sounds like this. He's like, yeah, the graphics has upgraded since then. So he was like, I was like, yeah, I could probably watch this.
To be fair, I did try and change it to the new one, but they didn't want to.
We wanted to start at the beginning. We didn't want to miss this. We needed this world building. This, like, it's not like you could just watch one episode and then watch another episode without knowing. You got to watch them in order. You don't know what's going on.
You can. This is like Pokemon. You can literally pick up at any point in time, and you won't know. Like when the show started, I was like, "Are they not going to give me any background information?"
No.
I was like, "Oh, I'm guessing that's Lupin. Who is this? Okay,
okay. First of all, you don't need any background information. They tell you Lupin the Third, Fujiko, Jigen, and then later on they introduce Goemon.
No. Yeah, they tell you this. The only relationship you know anything about is Lupin and Zenigata.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You have no idea how Lupin met Fujiko. Yeah, they are, obviously. They're like Vin Diesel and Paul Walker in Fast and Furious.
No, they're like Hobbs and Shaw. Isn't that The Rock and what's his name?
Jason Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham's character.
Yeah, it is. But like,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like Fujiko.
No, you shouldn't like Fujiko.
You should.
I should. I was getting very annoyed throughout with her the entire series. I was like, "What am I looking?"
It's the same plot in every episode she's in.
It is. That's what.
No, not always.
No,
Sometimes
you're right. You're right, Sai. Sometimes it's she screws Lupin. Sometimes it's Lupin screws her. Yeah. That's the only dynamic they have together.
Like whenever he was breaking out of prison, he wanted to get out of the prison thing, and she just kept trying to break him out. But it's like she doesn't want him out. She was just trying to get the treasure.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, she was getting annoyed. She's like, no, I have to save Lupin. It's like, hey, what's the other guy that Jigen? No, his partner or whatever, his early partner, the one that he kept like shooting her down. Like, you're not helping him. If he wants to get out, he'll get out. Leave him alone.
And then he's the one that went to the prison
to go,
dressed up like which, by the way, was the best costume.
Yeah, when he was
probably the only disguise that was not obvious from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the early episode of him and the plumber, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm here for." So then he just starts breaking everything. It's like, "Oh, all right."
The diamond store.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So with Fujiko, like, what's her deal? What's her deal? Because like think about like the samurai thing. Like, how I don't get how she ended up there, how she ends up around and gets there, and how she already has allies and everything, and like I don't understand. Like, she screwed Lupin over for no reason. Like, he was just like, all right, I'm just gonna leave, and she was like, oh, that's Lupin. Oh, she kept trying to out him, knowing the dude wants to kill Lupin, and it was like, oh, why are you outing him? What do you gain from this? You're not even getting any money or gold at this point.
I don't think she knew. I don't think she knew.
He told her not to say anything, and she kept trying to say it anyway. Even after he told her.
Essentially, it's just a game between those two.
Oh, okay.
She didn't expect Goemon to be able to kill him.
Yeah, that's fair
To
then.
be
That's just
fair,
what they're into, I
to be
guess.
fair, did you see Goemon cut off the car and then cut up the car in half, and then the car chases him down with just half the car at the end of the episode?
Yeah, we saw it all, man.
It was great.
It was cool. Speaking of, where's Mark?
We don't know.
He is in Michigan.
Yeah, I know he's in Michigan,
Does
but
that
I thought he
help?
said he was gonna. I thought he said he was gonna still be here.
Yeah, he is going to be here, but he's in a different state, so he's going to be later than normal.
Oh, that's fair. Because the
He just
bedtime
messaged
changed.
me. That's
They're both
an
CST.
issue
So
we're all
I don't
having.
know.
Oh, are they?
I think they
Yeah,
are.
you're right. Michigan is.
Same time zone.
He
That's
just
fair.
messaged me and said finally out. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe he has a big announcement tonight, but
Mm.
that's cool. We support him.
Yeah, always support him. So what have y'all discussed so far about Lupin?
We've kind of just started.
What do you? We discussed the animation style,
And how
and
grainy
so
it
I
is.
like. No, yeah. Oh my God, it is like that is one thing. They did not put any effort into. I don't want to say modernizing, but like if you watch it, if you ever watch Snow White, it looks cleaned up. You don't see the grain in the film anymore. You don't hear the echoes in the sound.
Mm-mm.
They didn't put this effort into it, and I can't.
Yeah, I was about to
Lupin's
say.
not going to make Snow White money, but
I was about to say. I don't think that's.
if you look,
fair.
okay, but look at Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z came out years later, but like
I was
if you
about to
look
say like
at
30 years later.
no, not 30 years later.
20.
Like look at Dragon Ball. If you look at the Dragon Ball DVDs, they cleaned it up. They cleaned up the audio, even on the sub of it. It sounds a lot better.
Yeah. The thing
So
about
it's
their
possible.
sub was bad. I've never wanted to watch. There's only 2 anime so far I've ever watched that I just couldn't get through the sub, and one of them is this one. The other one's the one me and Sai watched. What was it? That Chinese one? That's the other sub that was too bad for me to get through.
That's just because the dub is so good.
Yeah, the dub was good, but most times I try to watch the sub, but this one, it just sounded like glass in my ears.
It really did. Like,
I never had that problem.
well,
But I watched
congratulations,
the
Sai,
sub
but
like a year ago, so I also don't remember.
yeah, I think I watched the first episode sub, and then I was like, I guess I'll try High Dive.
Yeah, I watched this sub and I was like, and I think I messaged you instantly, and I was like, why? I can't watch this. I was like, I can't watch this. I was like 5 minutes into the episode. I was like, I can't do
I
this.
watched it on 9 Anime. I'm done for free.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on 9 Anime now, but
yeah.
seriously,
I
2
waited
weeks
a
ago
week
it was
to
not.
start. I waited a week to start because I was like, well, I just was watching other stuff.
Yeah, I started.
Oh
last
yeah.
week. So
He's right.
but
He's
yeah,
okay, man.
He has a valid point.
but yeah, I don't know. Can we please do
Critique High
one?
Dive. Yeah,
Can we please put High Dive? I don't like how High Dive does its captions.
High Dive
I like
doesn't do
how High
anything
Dive
right,
does
dude.
anything.
Yeah, or yeah, like I don't
It's
understand.
really ugly.
I don't understand why High Dive gets a lot of exclusives too. It's like, come on now, like y'all could have just put these on like regular Crunchyroll, because I have High Dive just because of those couple exclusives they have a season.
Does I didn't know what it had exclusive. What it's got? Made in Abyss.
Oshinoko.
Oh,
Yeah, Oshinoko, one of the more popular ones. It's a High Dive exclusive. You can't watch it on Crunchyroll or anywhere else, and it's a popular one.
I believe they also have the original 1970s Legend of the Galactic Heroes, and that's the only place you can stream it.
Yeah, like they know what they're doing. They get a couple every season if you look, and they'll be like, all right, these are only on High Dive. You're like, all right, man.
Where was that farming anime on High Dive only?
Oh yeah, that farming one was it was on High Dive only.
Was that any good? I was meaning to watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
It was a stereotypical isekai, except for it was pretty cool. Another rom com that's really good, The Dangers in My Heart. That's a High Dive exclusive. I'm just looking at this season. Like it's a Insomniacs After School. Oh yeah. Otaku.
I watched the first episode of Insomniacs After School. That was pretty good.
It is pretty good. I
like
it.
The only rom com I like is Lupin the Third.
That's fair. Oh. And I like how you said I didn't. Well, what you? They got married.
Yeah, you didn't.
They did get married.
I didn't make it that far. I told you I didn't watch about 10 episodes or 11 episodes.
I thought it was like. I think you. I don't know.
That's not your normal hair.
Yeah, what is going on with this hair, dude?
It's been a long day.
What does that mean? Like it's been a long day, so you decided to look like you're on the cast of Boy Meets World?
Yeah, I literally am not. I literally have been like running around. And, yeah.
You woke up and your hair was like that.
No, I've been moving all day. I couldn't even get logged on. Like, I logged on to my same email that I always do, and it was like, "Yeah, you've got 5 hours and no past episodes." And I was like, "Nope, that's not a thing. That's not right."
I don't know.
Oh no.
So you're like, man, I can't log in. I'm gonna be Sean Hunter going forward. Because Sean Hunter will be able to log in.
It worked for them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he has a podcast now, so he probably followed in your footsteps.
Does he really?
Yeah, it's about Boy Meets World.
That doesn't surprise me. That you guys ever watched that Ned?
Brother, right?
Yeah. You guys ever watched that Ned Declassified show?
School Survival Guide.
Yeah. They have their own podcast now.
Yeah, I saw that they had I haven't checked it out.
I think I was like 47 when that show came out.
I think I tried watching part of their first episode. I don't know. It didn't seem too bad.
And I didn't want to watch it.
Also, thanks to Facebook for deactivating my Instagram.
Stop doing illegal stuff.
I literally have not logged on to my one I used for cosplay in 5 months, and then my co-host was like, "You probably should start using it again because it works for the other stuff." I was like, "All right." So I log on and it goes, "Oh, we suspended your account in February," and I went. And I went to look for why, and they went, "Sorry, we don't have a report. We just suspended it.
We just did. We don't know why we
just did it." They were like, "You can appeal it." They were like, "Yeah, you can appeal it. Send us this selfie with this stuff written on it. Oh, and if we don't like it, we'll just ban your account." I was like, "Oh, all right, that's interesting."
I think they just were trying to kick you off Instagram.
Apparently,
should have stopped showing all those underboob cosplays. And
guys, we have an Instagram. If anyone's wondering,
I was told
that on Instagram. This thing they don't have a MySpace.
No,
we have a MySpace.
We have Instagram. We already proved to you that we have a MySpace.
We have a MySpace. We have an Instagram, but we only follow Britney Spears. So
pretty crazy.
Facts.
Don't try to get follows from us.
It's pretty wild.
See, I can tell.
Britney Spears had
I can tell by the way the kid's chewing on that cord that kid is saying they have a MySpace. I've checked it out.
Yes.
So Dad, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's exactly.
Is he chewing on the cord?
Yeah, I can't stop it.
Oh, okay.
This is fine. Just roll with it. Does he have teeth yet?
He has one tooth.
Oh, just keep it away from the tooth. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So, Mark, how far did you get into Lupin?
About halfway.
Oh Lord, never mind. I took the bet that.
Well, I mean, of 23 episodes, if I got to episode 11, I'm almost darn near halfway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got about halfway. But I didn't realize that I didn't have I wasn't signed on to Crunchyroll or anything on my laptop, and it's my friend's account, so I don't know what any of the stuff is. It's just auto logged on my computer at home.
It's on 9 Anime.
Yeah, that's what I was watching it, but I could only do it at night after he went to sleep, and
why?
I can only.
It's family friendly.
I mean, he's seen worse.
Look, if you discount the murder and the near constant sexual harassment, it's family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just
constant sexual
if
harassment.
you take out most of the show,
I
then
think she likes it, so I don't think it's sexual harassment.
Did she say she likes it?
She married him.
She said she loved him.
Yeah.
She
But in
married him.
spite, can you give me a spite?
Yeah, it's if I'm thinking of it right, is it not Jigen? Is it
Goemon?
Yeah, is Goemon the guy from Big O?
No. What do you mean?
What is that question?
Roger Smith. It sounds like the same voice actor.
That's not.
Oh, I don't know.
Roger Smith is Steve Bloom.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know. I just know Goemon is fun.
It's actually shocking that Steve Bloom wasn't in this. It just shows what kind of third-rate company they got for the dub. But I have to say, the dub is great.
The dub is awesome.
Every casting was right on. I can't imagine any other voice for Lupin.
Did they use the same one that they always do?
Yeah.
I believe it's the same cast that has done Lupin like their entire careers.
And I don't think they were dubbed in order. I think they started on part 2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah.
And then,
they definitely weren't dubbed in order.
No.
But I guess it doesn't matter.
Were way off.
Because I think
it was
we were talking about it earlier, Josh. I think they redid the first one later on.
Yeah. But I mean,
it was the same.
Doesn't matter
cast.
at all. The only plot progression you have in the entire first 23 episodes is Goemon joining the crew.
Yeah, Lupin is a weird one where you really don't you could honestly skip every 4th episode just for shits and giggles, and you would still get the gist of what Lupin really is.
You pretty much get the gist after any random episode.
True.
But that's a good thing. Realistically,
No,
we could have each watched a different episode and reviewed it, and we'd all know exactly what Lupin is about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always enjoyed Lupin. I had never watched part 1. I grew up with it on Toonami, which I'm pretty sure was part 2.
I think it was part 2.
3.
Was it part 3?
Wasn't it?
It was with the red jacket.
Yeah, red
Toonami
jacket.
was the red jacket.
Was it? Because I feel like there were a lot more than 26 episodes.
Wasn't part 2 a lot longer than 26?
Isn't part 3 26 episodes?
Oh, part 3 maybe. Let me see how many part 2 is.
Part 2 is over 100 episodes.
Just see which jacket he has on. And
that's true.
Yeah, part 2 is 4 seasons.
Because it was definitely red jacket. I just get confused between which one is red jacket and which one's not red jacket.
Yeah, it looks like red jacket was part 2. Blue jacket was part 3.
It had to be part 2.
Oh, yeah, it was part 2.
Because I remember the red jacket.
Yeah, part 2 was
definitely red jacket.
Yeah, part 2 was Toonami for sure. So that's what I grew up with, was watching part 2, but getting to go back and kind of rewatch part 1, and kind of see where it started, I still enjoyed it. It's Lupin.
It doesn't. You want to call it an origin, but it's not, because there's no origin.
No, it's not.
They just throw you in there, and then you pick up the scraps of what's going on.
And apparently,
really anything you don't know, you just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they give you an origin in the sense that they tell you that he's the part of this crime. You have to read the description to understand that his father was a master thief as well, and it's a family thing, or grandfather.
It's a family thing, yeah.
Which ironically is Arsène Lupin, which is the French counterpart to Sherlock Holmes, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Master Thief. And I think they're books that the writer wrote.
Yeah, it's based on a series of 20 novels.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
So
well, I wish we would have got to see Lupin the 13th, though.
Well, yeah, we will one day. But if you look up that stuff about Arsène Lupin, it's actually pretty hilarious that dudes started writing these books, and then people started committing crimes and saying Lupin did them.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's good publicity.
It is.
Has anyone tried watching that Netflix one?
Yeah. No, but
Idris
that's not
Elba?
related.
I know. I'm just curious of.
I don't think that's Idris Elba.
No.
I thought it was.
Is it?
I have no idea. I thought it was.
Didn't you
Could
watch
not be
it?
though. The Netflix
Did you
one?
watch it?
Isn't the Netflix one in French?
No, I didn't watch
Yeah.
that.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Idris Elba's from England or something. Don't they all speak
No,
French?
it's Omar Sy,
Oh, okay.
who is definitely not Idris Elba.
Okay. I just thought it was Idris Elba. I didn't see it.
Did anybody watch it, or should we just talk about something else?
We should
Maybe
talk
the
about
show
it.
we're reviewing.
We can.
Yeah, maybe we'll review it.
Yeah, we'll move on. I brought up a random topic and it derailed.
It wasn't really random. It was pretty related.
It was kind of related.
Well, yeah, I guess semi-related.
It was Lupin.
So
We can
what
talk
was
about how much I'm
everybody's
rooting for
favorite
that kid to
episode?
just chop down on that quarter.
Sai, what was your favorite episode?
That's a hard one. They're also great. Wow, dog. Thank you.
Bye, Sai.
It was. What was my favorite episode?
You tell us.
I'm trying to
I
think.
don't
All right, we'll move on. Mark.
I mean, I get it. It's interesting because like there's no real connection between them, except like I mean, you get some, I guess, in the first half with like Goemon like joining the crew versus like just trying to kill Lupin. I mean, that was a decent episode where like they're like facing off again, and Goemon like chops the car in half, and then Lupin chases him for like a quarter of a mile on half of a car, and then they started laughing like really creepily.
They're buddies now. They want each other's respect.
It's also interesting, like, because it's like right after that, like, because Goemon had like Fujiko as like his fake, like she was like pretending to be his girlfriend to like get the whatever she wanted out of him. I can't or what she was trying to get out of him the first time. Yeah, and so he does all that, like he knows who she is, and then as soon as he joins Lupin's crew, he was like, "Oh, I don't team up with females. That's not my jam." And I'm like, were you just fake dating her like a week ago?
Well, dating and teaming up aren't the same thing.
Well, that's
True.
probably why he doesn't team up with girls anymore.
Like, I love my wife, but I would not invite her to a heist. She would fuck it up so bad. Sorry, screw it up so bad.
I think my favorite episode was either the one where they're still in the diamonds, or the one with the magician.
Oh, with the glass? The invisible glass?
The invisible glass and the fire and everything.
The flamethrower finger.
I think that magician one was my least favorite episode.
Why? It's so good.
This is dumb. Like, yeah, they're all dumb. But like at the end when Lupin's like, "Oh, I made this flame retardant. I found the secret to the flame retardant formula that no one can see when you put it on you."
Oh
Yeah. We got to admit, Lupin, for just being like a normal thief, has like the genius of.
Oh wait, no. It was
What do you
the
got,
one with the hole. The one where he tricks Zenigata, and Zenigata has to go to Europe for the conference.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one.
He's like, I've never caught Lupin before, but I'm gonna catch him before 8 and then get on a plane. Dude, what are you talking about?
Lupin's standing literally next to the cops.
Just waving by as they flies away. That was a good ending.
I did enjoy the prison one where he.
Yeah, I was about to say that's my favorite one. The prison one when Zenigata went crazy basically because he Because Lupin was like, that was a perfect day. Because act like he was crazy the entire time, and then when the guard comes in there, he actually swap places. But by that time, they're all done. They're like, we're not dealing with this anymore.
Yeah, that's
We're
the.
done.
And
was
hadn't
like
he served his whole sentence?
No, he was
Yeah.
about to be. No, he was getting executed.
Yeah, he was about to get executed, and the other
That
guy
was
was
the tough
about to
one.
get executed, but he let himself free. He got figured out. He was like, "Oh yeah, we're like, oh yeah, we don't do those kind of executions here. We do well, they only electrocute, right? They don't do
Electric chair,
yeah, they don't do electric chair. They're like, I got you, and he's like, well, you might want to stop him from actually dying.
Yeah, your guard's about to die though.
Yeah. He said gas chamber, right?
Yeah, he said, oh yeah, he said gas chamber, and he's like, oh, if you were a real guard, you know that, and then he just like leaves, and then he says he says I could have escaped like day one, but I kept myself in prison for a year because my pride was hurt that they caught me.
Yeah,
that's dedication. Being like,
I think he was moping.
I mean,
I'm sure he.
I'm just trying to figure out how he got caught in the first place. Because he was like any other time he's fine, but they're like shooting at him. He's like, oh, those aren't regular bullets; those are tranquilizer bullets. And it's like, all right, Lupin, all right, whatever. And they just abandoned him.
He's probably got a bulletproof formula. Yeah, that whole episode would have been better if he just let himself get caught because he was bored.
Yeah.
Just to see how he could escape.
They lost the treasure at the end too, which was kind of even worse.
That is like the thing with Lupin. They lose the vast majority of the treasures they go for.
It's like Cowboy Bebop.
I don't think he's in it for the treasure.
Yeah, probably for the excitement. But I wish we would have got Fujiko's what's called like reaction after they lost the treasure. Cause we saw the other dudes.
Sad.
Yeah, but
always sad when they lose the treasure.
Yeah, but I'm saying I wish we would have saw her reaction that time because she kept trying to break him out just to get the treasure, and then we didn't get her reaction that episode. I don't think so.
Yeah, you gotta feel that's also on his crew a little bit. Like he goes to prison for a year, they buried in a forest, and then none of them check on it at any point in a year. They just whatever.
Because they're not they're not in there for the money. Obviously, they're just chilling.
Yeah, they're just doing it for the shit.
Well, only Jigen knew where it was.
Jigen buried it.
Didn't know where it was. She was looking for it. If she knew where it was, it wouldn't have got.
It would have been gone. Yeah.
What do you mean? There's no continuity? Now that I think about it, there's one episode.
It's a loose continuity. Like the crew evolves and like starts teaming up together. It's a loose continuity, but
it's like The Simpsons, man.
Because the first 20 episodes, Jigen's like, darn women, don't fall for the women, Lupin. And then there's the one episode where he falls for the woman.
Yeah.
And Goemon, how does Goemon do that? He's like, yeah, I thought we were doing business. I'm gone. And then they come back with their wristwatches that explode. And he's like, I could cut your arms off.
It's like, yeah, I'll do it quick. I know a way to do it with minimal bleeding.
And that was the perfect straight guy joke ever. Because he's laughing as he walks out. Because they're like, that's not how you disarm people, Goemon.
It is crazy. Like his crew is insane when you really break it down. Of like, it's like greatest shooter, greatest swordsman, size dog. You know, all key things.
Yeah. What key things? Yeah, every crew of thieves needs a swordsman.
I mean, yeah. Cause if he was there, then Lupin wouldn't have got caught when he went to prison. Because he would have chopped up the bullets. He would have sliced him straight in half. So he wouldn't have got hit. We wouldn't have to worry.
I'll say there's a lot of murder in this.
Oh, there is. So I don't know if part 2 toned it down.
I think it did.
Because I don't recall. I do not remember watching Tsunami being like, wow, there's so much death. Like I remember watching it being like they always like cut away, or he'd always we were always like knocking guys out and stuff, and like Goemon was always like hitting people with like the what is
I don't
remember there being.
We don't see it. I just think we don't see it.
I think Sai's right.
I think they just do the cutaway thing like they kind of do now. Because remember that boy that blew up? Like we didn't actually see him blow up.
Yeah, like you're probably right, Sai. But like, there's definitely way more death though in part 1 than part 2. Like,
do y'all like how all the bad guys have the same shaped head and the little the little small mustache.
That's how you know they're bad guys. They've got that Hitler stash.
But they all look the same.
It's distinguishing features.
I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
All bad. Well, could be. Could be that plot that's pulling it all together.
Wait, isn't there, like, in the first episode, that organization, don't they come back?
The
In another later episode?
Scorpion.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it just
Something like
Scorpion
that.
or was it? I don't know.
I want to say Scorpion. I remember the name of the episode is Lupin on Fire.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Yeah. Like, that's another thing about not having a backstory. What does Lupin have to do with these guys? Just like they don't like Lupin?
He
Screw
steals
it.
stuff.
So do they.
Yeah, he's just like an international, and they always try teaming up with him too. Like a lot of them always offer, like, "Hey, maybe you should just come work for us." You know, now that you've not done that your entire career, but this time it'll work.
I think Lupin has a set of morals.
Lupin does have morals.
Yeah, he's got his own he's got his own code that he will always follow, which is respectable. You got to respect the thief who
Has morals.
Yeah, has morals and does things just for the love of the steal versus
Well,
getting the money out of it.
I think he's just a pension kid.
That's it. That's the reality to it. He's a rich kid who's got all those, you know,
Yeah, 'cause you gotta think
stolen
about it.
fortunes.
I was about to say his grandfather is a great thief too, so he is probably well off. That's why I don't think he cares whenever the money goes away.
Yeah, because they never explain it, but the house that they're staying in, like the first half, is like his house, right? Because like the bad guys like know where it is. They always they'll make reference to like
I think
we know where
we hideouts. Like they just find them.
That's like that was like a mansion though. That's one hell of a hideout.
He's like Batman, but he steals things.
Just
I
has
mean,
like
I would be surprised if he just found that house and.
You think he stole the
have
house?
You noticed? Yeah, he might have stole the house.
Well,
I mean, it's Lupin. He can steal anything.
Well, then again, maybe he tricked someone into giving him the deed to the house. He's a con man.
He's a really good con man, and he's the master of disguise.
Yeah.
Every single time. Guys, Lupin's the master of disguise. He could be any one of us. He could already be here.
And
I do.
There.
And then all
For a master of disguise, he didn't. A lot of those disguises weren't really.
No, his disguises were shit. Aside from when he dressed as Zenigata, I loved every time he dressed as Zenigata.
But it was just funny how all it took was Lupin coming out in that prison episode, is being like, "I'm not Lupin," and pointing to the random guard. That's Lupin, and Zenigata immediately has the guard taken into the other room and strip searched.
Yep.
To prove that that's not Lupin.
To be fair, a lot of times he does have on. It's usually like not the main outfit that looks.
No, like, but you got to admire the quickness to which sometimes he gets the.
But he does do some pretty decent ones as well.
Remember the one where
like what is the one when they go back into Japan when he tricks the Marty McFly dude from the future.
Oh, and he's got like the farmer outfit, the redneck outfit, Japanese redneck.
That was a pretty good one because he had the beard and everything. I was like, that one's passable.
I like the one where he's captured by those like the sea guys, that crime gang of the sea guys, and he manages in the span of like 3 seconds to knock out the main guy when he comes to interrogate him, tie him up, and put on a mask with his exact look after he was captured and thrown into a prison cell. In a matter of 5 seconds, he manages to pull off the perfect disguise.
He does that a lot.
He does do that a lot. You got to think.
Where's he keeping it?
Maybe the running plot is he just lets himself get caught.
I think it is.
He's into bondage.
Because there's that episode with is it Eskimo people? Is it an Eskimo tribe where they're trying to steal the 2 statues?
Yeah.
And the whole time you find out that the old guy was like, good thing I switched the maps before they came. So they both got they got away with nothing. And I just got all this money.
When I say there was a lot of killing in Lupin, I think about that episode specifically.
Yeah,
Like
it's 'cause
6
they-
dudes get sniped off of snowmobiles, and that old dude takes a lot of beatings in that episode.
He does,
Like
and a lot of
harsh.
people get hit by mortars,
There
Yeah.
is an insane amount of murder. Like
and then the bad guy blows up.
even in the racing episode
Didn't he
when
shoot that guy? Matter of
he
fact,
shot
the
a
one
lot,
that
I
he's
guess.
like, because no, I'm not talking about Lupin. I'm talking about the bad guy from the Eskimo episode. Because he's like, you know, the price of failure is,
Yeah.
and he shoots him, and then that's
Yeah.
why he has to blow himself up at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what happens.
There's an insane amount of murder. Like even that first episode when they're doing the racing thing, and Zenigata's chasing him while Lupin's like blowing up cars and like killing these drivers because he's like, oh, these aren't the real drivers. They're gang members of like.
To be fair, but like if you blow up a car, it doesn't feel the same as seeing someone. That's why Fast and Furious 10, you know, a little kid gets to kill like 40 people in cars and no one says anything.
Yeah, that tracks. Classic.
So,
Fast and
Athgeek, what was
Furious.
your favorite? I think we just completely...
No, I said my favorite was the prison episode.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Did Josh say his?
No, but
I don't think
my
so.
favorite episode is that one I was complaining about earlier, where they're stealing Napoleon's
Oh, yeah.
magic
Oh,
cards.
the-
It was the dumbest. Like when we got
playing,
to that
yeah.
episode, I was like, "This is the dumbest crap I've ever seen." I love it.
The talking magic
The
playing cards
talking magic cards
that told Fujiko to steal them.
and then they just fly away.
Yeah, they're like, hey, thanks for taking us away from that crazy guy. We gotta go.
Like I've
So-
never seen a more pointless episode of an anime.
Well, I mean,
And I
they
watched
did
all
do
of
that
Naruto.
to They
That is
did
true,
do that
that
to
is true.
Napoleon too. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is just funny too. Like she's like, the cards, they're leaving, and I'm like, you could like hold on to the ones that are still in your hand. Nothing's really stopping you from tightening your grip.
She's like, it would cost $12 to animate my hand closing. I guess they're gone.
Like, oh well, everything's gone, guys.
that, and I don't think they'd be useful anymore, right?
Probably not.
If one
I
gets
don't know
away,
how
then
Magic
you don't have the whole
Playing
deck.
cards work.
Well, usually,
Yeah.
if you have a limited deck, you need to have them in like the wrapper still and untouched.
Is this a Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
No,
Who knows?
I collect cards.
Playing cards?
Like
Yeah, like 52
like
pickup
normal-
regu- Yeah,
okay, you probably would. There's some good unique
'cause they
decks
have-
out there.
they have rare. They have like I have a deck that they only made like 500 of, and it's like specially like numbered and everything.
Yeah. Josh is probably the only one who would know what this is. Maybe. Josh, you ever watch any of the up, up, down, down stuff?
Yeah.
Sounds like a cheat code.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
it's
that's
part
the
of
reference.
I figured
Yeah, it's
that's what it
part
was.
of the Konami code. It's these wrestlers that do like a YouTube show where they all play games and stuff, and they played Uno for a while, and their Uno videos got so popular that Hasbro or Mattel released like a limited 1,000 run of their own Uno deck.
Uh-huh.
And I got it like because it sold out within like 3 hours, and I just got lucky and managed to get one. That's the only like rare card that I have. I paid like $30 for it. I think last time I checked, it's worth like 150 or something.
That's a good deal. You should sell it. And you should see if, since you're friends with Jay Lethal, who used to be tag team partners with Consequences Creed,
That is true.
I mean, that all makes sense. Sell it to him.
It's true. I haven't reached out to Jay in a little while. I should reach back out.
Yeah. See if he'll come on this show.
See if he'll wrestle you.
I mean, I'm sure if I paid him enough money and signed a bunch of paperwork saying that I wouldn't like sue him once he breaks me in half, I'd love to take a lethal injection from Jay Lethal. That'd be awesome.
Why?
Yeah,
I don't know.
but that's the same thing.
That sounded kind of dirty.
It is dirty.
Wow.
Well, yeah. So we're getting off topic here, but Lupin does have video games. The last Lupin the Third video game came out for the PlayStation 2.
Really?
Yeah, there's quite a few video games.
Yeah, there's like 24.
It's a lot.
What do you
But you got
do
to
with them?
think. I'd say most of them are probably side scrollers from the NES era, kind
That's
of like
fair.
Mega Man.
Like Dark.
Yeah, it seemed like pretty old stuff.
I'm sorry, Athgeek. Do you know what an NES is?
Yes.
You've heard of that?
Yes.
You saw it. You saw it in a museum.
No.
You looked at it and took pictures and went, "Whoa, that's what these people did."
Y'all
Dark
heard
Wing
it.
Duck.
To be them.
I
see.
don't. Once again, y'all treat me like I'm like 18.
No,
And a
it's just
half.
'cause you act like it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, we gotta watch this old thing.
Yeah,
do.
I'm gonna watch this old stuff.
Complain so much.
I
There's some
do
good
not.
stuff.
I just I literally just wanna. I just asked for one show after 2015. The
You
review.
got it.
We watched
You got-
Konosuba.
Konosuba the original,
Mm.
not Explosion.
But that was still after 2015.
Was it?
That had to be.
So,
Are you sure?
Yeah, I was
I'm
like-
gonna look it up.
Konosuba? Yeah.
I don't
it was
remember
like-
how long.
It was like 2015 or something. I think 2014, 2015.
I think it was 2016. Athgeek, was this the oldest thing you've ever watched?
1970s? Yeah, 100%.
Like, not just anime?
Yeah, 100%. 1970. I don't watch that in 1970s.
You've never seen like an old movie or anything?
I don't
No,
watch those
outside of
movies.
like
Those are
watching like
terrible.
old westerns with like my grandpa. Like no.
Yeah, I was about to say I watch Western. So
Yeah, my grandpa loves old westerns. So outside of that,
Fistful
no.
of Dollars.
You haven't seen Gone with the Wind?
No.
That sounds familiar though.
It's
No.
garbage. I mean, I guess it's
It's-
probably great for the
it's-
time, but it's hot
It's
garbage.
a classic.
Yeah.
Have you seen? You haven't seen The Wizard of Oz?
I
No,
have not
actually
seen
haven't.
the original Wizard of Oz.
What does that
Did you see
mean?
The Oz.
What
I've
happened?
seen the Wizard of Oz, but I don't think it was made in the ancient years.
No, you saw Oz, right?
Was that what it is?
The one, or is it The Wiz?
I don't remember.
The one with Michael Jackson?
That's pretty old too. That was the 80s.
Yeah, but it's not the ancient times.
The ancient times.
What's the ancient times?
Before he got his PS5.
Yeah, y'all's time.
Oh man! You know, my favorite movie came out several years before I was born, so you don't have to. You can watch stuff from back
I
then.
thought you were older than Fast and the Furious.
Hmm?
I thought you were older than Fast and the Furious.
That's not my favorite movie.
It's not.
In fact, only one Fast and Furious movie even makes my top 5, and that's Tokyo Drift.
I was gonna say
Are you
ironically is
sure?
at 5. I like Drift. Drift was good.
Drift was not good, but I love it.
I think 2
I
was
was
my. I haven't watched 8. I haven't watched 7, 8, 9, or 10, but
They're all ridiculous. But
2 out of what I've seen was my favorite.
I was watching Tokyo Drift. I rewatched Tokyo Drift the other day. I was like, this is complete nonsense. This doesn't even. Like, who wrote this dialogue? Who would talk like that? You're barely responding to each other.
That's not
Yep.
Lupin the Third.
I know.
It's close enough.
Well, anybody have any closing thoughts for Lupin? Hey, Mark, do you have a wheel?
Who's your
Right.
favorite?
So
Who's
no,
everyone's
because it
favorite
turns
character?
out what I thought the wheel was saved to my Gmail account because that's what I use to log in for the website. It's not. It's saved to my computer.
We should put a wheel of only. You should do a random number generator of 1 through whatever, and we should just pick something off Live Chart Anime or something like Mal of this season of anime.
We can do- That's like a
Or-
lot of words that I'm confused about.
I'm pretty
Random
sure
number
that-
generator. You just Google random number generator, put 1 through 40, see what number it lands on, and then go to Live Chart and whatever the
But
40 is. or whatever
it has to be an anime that the full season is out,
Yeah,
so we can watch the full thing.
the last season. Then go to last season's.
You
Okay,
go to
let's
last
do.
season's.
Well, this
Okay.
is your show.
Hang on. No. Let's
No,
work
this
as a
is your
team here.
show, Mr. F. Why don't we
Mark-
do Josh's?
I'm getting a generator.
I don't have my wheel, dude. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, and the
There's
wheel that
only
I
two things
the
left
the
on
wheel
your
the wheel that I have preloaded on
Random
this
number
laptop
generator.
Wait,
is
can
like the wheel that I
There's only
have from
two
like
things left on your wheel, Josh.
no, I'm not watching Where Digimon. The wheel that I
we could just watch Digimon season 3 if you
How
guys
about-
don't. But
no, it's just hard pass.
Hard
That's
pass.
the one.
All right, Athgeek.
Yeah.
we could watch Digi.
pull up
Whoa,
last season's
let's all
anime.
hang on. How about we? How
all
about
right,
we
we're
meet
a
in the
winter
middle
season.
here? Athgeek, you want something post 2015, right?
I know what
Post
this is
2020. Can we go post 2020?
Okay, you want something that came
I
in
know what it
2020 or
is.
later, right?
Post 2022.
No, come on. You want
That's
something that came
impossible.
out. So, Sai and Mark both want Digimon. What if we watched Digimon 2020?
How about we don't?
What if we did?
What if we just pretend that we did, and then we can talk?
How about we not watch any more Digimon?
No,
That's
not
don't
happening.
say weird stuff like that.
That's not happening.
You're gonna upset Sai so much.
I will, because Digimon is the best.
I
mean,
Metabot.
You picked this. that's why I rock with Ace. Ace was the only one that said Pokemon over Digimon.
I would do that. I would watch
he
that.
has
So.
bad taste.
No. As y'all say the thing, it's his opinion. You gotta respect his opinion. It's
Uh,
not bad. You can't
I
say somebody
never-
else's opinion.
I never said that. That's their thing.
Yeah, that's Ash. Ash was like, well, that's their. You
That's Ash. They can have
Pokemon.
bad opinions.
So let's watch Pokemon.
And
What's
they're-
called Adventures.
Which one is Pokemon Adventures? That's
No, we're gonna have to get some kind of wheel.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Okay. While you're trying, Sai, what would you rate Lupin the Third Part 1 from 1971? The animation.
Is that part of the title?
Yeah, I
Or am I
think
just reading the animation?
I could have swore the animation was part of the title, but I am
I thought
on my last leg here.
It might be. A B plus. B plus.
B plus. That's a pretty great grade. Athgeek, what do you think?
A solid C.
Solid C?
A solid C.
So for everything you said, you're like, oh man, this is so old, it's so crappy, I hate everything about it.
It's
And then
not
you're
a
like,
bad show. I told you it wasn't a bad show. It was hard to get past those barriers. And outside, and once you got past the barriers, I was like, okay, some of these episodes are pretty good, funny, but then it got repetitive at the same time too. So I was like, okay, it's cool. Like if I was just watching it for fun, like it's just an average anime to me. That's what a C is for me. It's just an average anime. It's not a great one, but it's not a horrible one. It's just average.
but you had a lot of complaints. Like your first complaint was, I don't want to watch old anime.
Yeah, but that means it had good parts. Like I said, it had bad parts and it had good parts. So
like if this was a 2023 anime, you probably would have given it
a C.
2 A's.
No, I'd give it a C. The repetitive part is
We're wearing him. We're wearing him down.
It's actually not that repetitive.
We're wearing him down. He's gonna be
Like, they do
super
a good
super old
job.
school before we know
They
it.
do a good job of, like, yeah, the broad strokes are repetitive, but
The all the Fujiko episodes are repetitive. Episodes without Fujiko are pretty
Fujiko,
good.
I don't like her.
and even the
It's 'cause
Fujiko episodes though.
She's barely one note.
Yeah, season
She's
two.
one note, and it's like the lowest played note I've ever heard.
But I
Yeah.
mean,
I don't know
Alright.
music.
All
just
right.
saying, like, even her
I've got-
episodes aren't repetitive
Yeah.
because
all
a
right.
lot of times you're trying to figure out if she's
But it's gonna end the same way. You know it's gonna end in one of 2 ways.
Yep.
they all
Either
end up
she
one
screws
of two
Lupin, or
ways.
Lupin saw it coming and he screws her.
Well, yeah, but that's how they. Well, on every Zenigata episode, Zenigata's not gonna win.
Yeah, but it's different
Yeah,
because they're in love with each other.
but I mean, Mark, where are you gonna write your Zenigata fanfic?
I'll get started on it pretty soon. I got some good ideas.
That does sound good. Write it like it's Zenigata's journal.
Yeah, it's what ChatGPT is for now. Sure, if I load that up and say, load in Lupin the
Actually, you
Third
probably could.
episodes and tell it to write me fan fiction based on the viewpoint of Zenigata writing a journal. Sure, it could come up with something.
Make
You gotta
sure
specify his love for.
Well, yeah.
you have to specify that
That's true.
Zenigata is in
That is
love with
true.
Lupin.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna it's a solid B. I like it. I like Lupin. It's enjoyable to watch. I think I like part 2 more, but that's probably because I grew up with it, so it's probably that nostalgia factor. But yeah, part 1, it's a B. It's a solid watch. It's entertaining. It's not boring.
I'm with Sai. I got a B+ for it. If the animation wasn't pure ass, it would probably tip those scales over to an A.
We probably would. I would
It would
hate
be up there with
myself
Cell.
if we didn't. Ouch. If we didn't specify that it's the worst intro I've ever heard.
It is.
On an
It's
anime
barely an
song.
intro. It's like 5 seconds.
It is horrible.
Sai. No. What did you listen to, dude? Because the opening theme to this is 1 minute and 39 seconds.
It's annoying.
It is the longest intro I've ever heard.
And it's just the word Lupin
the
Third. Over
and over.
No, it's the word Lupin over and over again. Then every once in a while they say the third.
True.
Lupin.
Why don't y'all just skip him?
And it's not spoken.
I did skip it after the first one, but
just spoken.
But I have to watch at least one side because I like to review. I like to review the music on the intro and the outro. I like to do
the
that.
outro was just as bad.
It was just as bad.
Well, give us an in-depth musical thesis on the intro, Mark.
It's trash. Thesis done.
So
it's no Rock the Dragon, that's for sure.
It is no Rock the Dragon.
Rock the Dragon isn't even a good one.
Your Rock the Dragon is good.
No, it's not even a good one though.
You know what had a great theme song was Dragon Ball GT. Hold My Hand is a classic.
All right, so I found a couple things here. I couldn't find a straight wheel or had time to make it, but found a website called AniList.co, which I can put in a year, and then it gets me a bunch of animes, and I can use it in combination and never generate. And out of respect for Athgeek, I chose the oldest year I could find, which was 1940.
Please don't. Don't. No.
I'm gonna be real. I don't want to do that.
No, I don't even know if it's actual anime. No. I just pulled it up as a joke to see how far back it went. It's something called. There's 3 things on here, right? All black and white. One of them is called Kinataru Takiku Niki, and it looks like some sort of ballerina thing, and it's a 9-minute movie with a 36% rating. Okay, give me a year.
How long was it again?
9 minutes, it says.
And you also said the word movie, right?
That's what it says. Give me a year post 2010.
Athgeek, what's the oldest year you're willing to do?
2015.
All right,
I think that's a really bad year to say.
2016 then. I don't know. If 15 is bad, then 16.
All right, fine. 2016.
What came out in 15 that was bad?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That was my freshman year in college.
I have no. Okay, nothing's numbered.
I was like 49 in 2015.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can get this onto like a weird.
What year did Hitman Reborn come out?
Hitman Reborn?
I don't have that information.
I'm not sure.
That's the one about the baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you guys aren't gonna skip the first 20 episodes like you should. So
I don't have to scroll crazy far on this thing. Again, this is the best I can do to find something quick without a wheel. Just give me a random number like 1 through 20.
20.
20.
5, 10, okay,
13.
6, 12, 18. All right.
I said a different number so we'd have
that's one episode. That's part 4 of something. So you said 13?
Yeah.
6, 12. Okay, what's this? Okay, Athgeek, what is Hypikey Euphenom 2? You know what that is?
What? I don't know what you just said.
I
What?
don't know.
About
I don't
that.
know what I just said. Let me see if I can pull up the screen.
Can we get something that has an English title?
Yeah, I don't know what you just said.
I don't know.
Daiki Infinite you.
Oh, Josh has to. Whoever is in charge has to click on the link I just put up. It's not letting. It won't let me do it.
I'm on my phone. It's not gonna let me do anything.
All right. Well, never mind. I can't do anything.
How about you go to live chart and just pick a number 1 through 20 and just land on whatever anime? Or
Yeah, let's just do that. Go to live chart.
Mal, whichever one.
Okay, live
Go to-
chart.
Go to live chart.
Roll a d20.
Do you have a D20 with you?
What's the D20?
Actually, yeah, I do. Why?
A dice with
You
20
want
sides.
me to roll a D20?
How does a dice have? How does a die have 20 sides?
It's a 20-sided die, Athgeek. Play D&D.
You've never heard of a D20?
Play D&D.
I don't play.
And you have the word geek in your title?
You know there's a thing called the D100? That's a thing too.
No, the geek in the Athgeek is gaming and anime.
It's not real. Okay.
I mean,
it goes into
Athgeek, these are D&D dice.
You did say gaming,
Yeah.
and
D&D is a lot of games.
D&D is
do
technically a game.
Well,
I'm
and there's a lot
sorry.
of games based on D&D. All right. So this is a D20.
I heard Overlord is based off D&D, and I like Overlord.
This is a D20.
Overlord is really good.
Overlord's amazing.
20 sides. That's
The main
It's a
character
D-
name is Ainz Al Ghul.
we should
All
do
right,
an
I'm gonna
episode where we
roll-
play D&D.
I mean, I can do another one shot if you really want to.
That'd be game.
You have to wait till a week when I'm off.
You have to teach me how to play.
I can. If you guys want to
It's
do like
really
a,
easy.
if you guys
It's
want
not
to do a
hard.
one shot, I can design a one shot. Put up.
Josh
some
doesn't
stuff.
look like he wants to teach me how to play.
I will. Teach
I don't
you
want to play
do that.
D&D,
I've
man.
been playing D&D. I've been playing D&D for like.
How are you gonna slander me about D&D, but you don't even want to play it yourself?
I'm not slandering you about D&D. I'm slandering you about the comment where you're like, how does a dice have 20 sides? You know how a die has 20 sides, man.
We'll get Josh to play D&D. All right,
Dice have 6 eyes.
All right, I rolled a 7. So am I just going based on this main popularity list right here?
Let's do that.
What season are we doing? You gotta pick a season though.
Man, I don't know what I'm looking for. on this
There's winter, fall, summer, and spring. Which season are we doing?
one. Okay,
Roll-
well, I guess I'm gonna
roll
okay,
it.
Okay, I'm gonna go where the whole thing is out. So I'm gonna go fall 2022.
Fall
Guys, I want you to
2022.
think about this. Why the hell would anyone listen to this podcast at this point?
All
I
right.
don't
Well,
know.
congratulations, everyone. We got another isekai. If we go with number 7, which is what it landed on. Tensai Shitara Ken Deshita.
What's
Where's
the,
the English?
what's the English
is-
name?
There, you want me to skip to there's an English one?
No,
Yeah.
you just
What's
click
the
on it.
English
If you
name?
click on it,
If I click on it, all right, hold on. Reincarnated as a sword.
Oh my god.
No, no, Vito.
We're watching that. We're
Vito.
watching that. Yes. I've seen
Vito.
this when we're watching it. Out of
You've
all the
seen
animes
it.
y'all make me watch, we are watching that. Yes.
Vito.
Bump your veto.
No,
Will has spoken. The die have spoken.
that was a weighted. I guess.
I rolled.
guess.
I just rolled the rent. Here's the thing that it could have landed on. An 8 would have given us Blue Lock, which I would have freaking loved.
Why didn't you say it?
Hey, you respect the die side.
No, you don't.
Reincarnated as a sword. Josh can't wait. Look at his face. I'm ready.
Y'all
Let's get
broke
it.
Josh. Josh froze. It was so bad he froze.
So what is this? Some
Am I
isekai
still
protagonist.
frozen?
Yes.
On my screen.
Yeah, I'll read the description.
Good.
Some isekai protagonists are reincarnated as powerful warriors or skilled wizards, but our protagonist was reborn as in another life as a sentient sword. He's picked up by Fran, a desperate girl fleeing evildoers
Black
intent
cat.
on selling her into slavery. With her new weapons helping guide her, she's able to straight down her captain and secure her freedom. Together, this unconventional master-student duo embark on an epic journey to liberate those in need of. Dear God, this sounds terrible.
Okay,
Just
hang
wait.
on.
The
It's
sword
12
has
episodes, right?
yeah. The
Episode.
sword
Okay.
has a face and speaks and it flies and moves itself around.
Hang on.
You have to. You
No, no,
have
no.
to watch it too.
I'll
That's-
rewatch it. I'll watch it
Okay.
already. I'll rewatch
That's
it.
not as bad you're making that sound bad, but you got to remember you don't remember this because it was 40 years before you were born. But the White Ranger had a sword that had a face and talked and
That
flew
is
around.
true. Saba, yeah.
It also wasn't a
So
human.
you should be good with it.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna be good with
it. The very
it.
first episode is wonderful because he's going around getting XP, flying around fighting monsters with no wielder.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds good. The South sounds great. I'm so happy right now, guys.
Out of all this time that I've not watched any of the reincarnated isekais because I didn't want to.
Like, I hear the word reincarnated one more time. I'm just gonna.
Why did you pick the worst reincarnated one?
I rolled.
No. Because next season there's reincarnated as a vending machine. Next season we have that time I got reincarnated as a vending machine.
That's next season.
Yeah, in July.
Just end, man.
How was that?
But next month, to be fair, next month we do have more Devil as a Part-Timer.
Yeah.
So Isekai's not dead yet.
Yep.
That is true.
Next season is gonna be pretty exciting. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty exciting one. I can't wait.
Yeah, Bleach comes back.
Well, we'll talk about that.
Mushoku Tensei, another, isekai.
Ooh, when does that come out?
Next season.
What is the season?
July. The summer season starts in July.
The summer start in July? Does that make sense?
That's the summer. That's the summer anime season.
I feel like it's already summer.
It is already summer.
Well, right now it's still the spring season for a few more weeks.
Yeah, but I know what Josh is saying.
Oh, also, Sai's favorite anime, Rent a Girlfriend, comes back.
I've never watched an episode of this. This is blasphemy.
I've barely watched 90 episodes of that. It's not that good. All right.
I don't. Next time we have a kerfuffle with the wheel, I pick the anime.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
I like that.
You can pick a Digimon.
No,
whatever.
It won't be Digimon. It won't be Digimon.
What?
All right, create a backup wheel.
You said
we have a backup wheel.
Create a different.
They already have a Digimon backup wheel. Let me make a backup wheel.
Somehow we've got all these backup wheels. No one had anything ready.
I'll make a backup wheel. I'll be ready. Trust me, we can make a backup wheel.
I'll make a Gundam.
I did not know I thought the website was tied to my email. I didn't know it was tied to my actual computer.
That is true.
That is the wonkiest thing ever.
Yeah, because I went on to log into the wheel, and it's like a wheel that I had made on this laptop, I think, like ages ago, when the wheel was first a thing. Because there was only like 10 animes on there, and it was like back when we were watching like.
You should have just rolled it, dude.
You want it to land on Bubblegum Crisis again?
Yeah.
Yes.
You want that?
No,
more than
I want to know.
The will. You have to respect the will.
You want me to pull
the wheel? It was the dice.
You have to respect the dice.
Do you want me to pull up this thing?
It's fine.
I'll watch Lupin the Third.
Out of curiosity,
that was good.
You're welcome for what you're about to see with Reincarnated as a Sword.
I think I'm gonna love it. I think it's gonna be my favorite anime ever.
No,
I hope there's a season 2.
You think it's better than Inazuma 11?
I think it's gonna be.
If I
gone with the if the main character, if they change the main character's name to Mark, and it's a sword that goes Super Saiyan, maybe.
Yeah. So if I had used the random wheel that was like 10 animes deep, we would have landed on Berserk again.
Yeah, he's right.
I did a test spin just to see what would have landed on
1990s Berserk.
The one that we reviewed already.
I don't know which one y'all reviewed.
He wasn't here. The bad one.
Yeah,
they're all bad.
I like that one.
I like the first episode.
I like all of them.
Well, you're all wrong.
Yeah.
All right, this is a great spot to end the podcast, Mark.
End it.
It is.
We're all degenerating pretty quickly here.
Yeah. You can see everybody's face. They're going away.
All right, you made it this far. Your parents are almost home. You've done the smart thing. Now you can go back into your parents' room, put that VHS tape back in the box, sprinkle the dust on, gently place it back under your parents' bed, run under your bed, pretend you were asleep the whole time, and then get ready to come back next week for, I don't know.
More Dad's
more. That's in 2 weeks.
I'm trying to get it over with.
More Dad's anime stash. Who knows? Maybe we'll do another tier list. I don't know. And then
just Keep
Tune
an
in
eye out
next
for Vita.
week.
Is next week not the trivia?
No. Who knows? And then
Trivia is the end of the month.
usually end of the month, yeah.
I thought it was
And
every
then-
4 episodes.
Tune in next week or the 2 weeks. Watch us review Reincarnated as a Sword because why not? Athgeek's super happy about it. I'm crying inside. And then make sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube and all the socials, which are in the link description, and share it with your friends. And we'll see you guys
And MySpace.
next and MySpace, which we have.
Otherwise,
We have a MySpace. We'll see you next Thursday. We have a MySpace. Athgeek's wrong.